Hi you guys and welcome to my new video. So in this video I have for you some Dutch sayings which are actually quite funny, and I'm gonna try to say them in Dutch and then I'm gonna say them in English and then I'm gonna explain the actual meaning of the saying. You know, one of the hardest things about learning a new language is not learning the correct pronunciation, it's not learning the correct grammar, rules or whatever, but actually the sayings of that language. Especially if you live in a country, because it's one thing to learn a language when you live in another country. So if you live in your own country and you're trying to learn French and you will live in the United States, you know, then you're gonna learn French, but the basic French. And if you go to France, you're gonna be listening a lot of sayings that you didn't learn at school. So the same for me when it comes to Dutch. Of course, the Dutch language is a very unique language. I've already said many times that I think that Dutch language is actually sexy, but you know, it's sexy but it's also funny, and some things that are extremely funny and make no sense are sayings. Of course, I am aware that in Mexico we also have sayings that literally makes no sense to anyone else but Mexicans, and of course the Dutch ones are the same. I mean, of course the Dutch people couldn't stay behind when it comes to their sayings. So if you're curious about the weirdest, most funny Dutch sayings, keep on watching. So I got my cell phone with me and I'm gonna be reading the sayings from my cell phone. Okay, so saying number one. This is, I think, one of the sayings that make the least sense to me. Alsof een engeltje over je tong piest. I hope I say it right. And this means as if an angel is peeing in your tongue. And what this actually means is that you're really enjoying your food and your food is delicious, so delicious that it tastes just like an angel is peeing on your tongue. Because of course we all want angels to pee in our tongue, right? So, alsof een engeltje over je tong piest. Okay, next saying. Een kat in de zak kopen. Which means to buy a cat in the bag. This means actually to be like dumped into buying something without you actually thinking it through and examining it, like whatever you bought, you know, did you check it good, is it working properly, you know? So, een kat in de zak kopen. I guess this you can say when you make a bag purchase. This next saying, we also have it in Spanish, and I'm gonna first say it in Spanish. La mona, aunque se vista de seda, mona se queda. And now here comes in Dutch. Al draagt een aap een gouden ring, het is en blijft een lelijk ding. And that means a monkey without golden ring stays a monkey. So it says here that it's similar to the English expression a pig in lipstick, and literally the both sayings in Spanish are in Dutch are exactly the same. And so this one I am familiar with, and it also basically means, you know, I don't know, if a person is evil and they do a nice action, they still evil, you know, if they don't, something like that. I hope that you get what I'm saying. Next saying I've never heard before. Haar of the tanden hebben. And this means to have hair on one's teeth. Makes no sense to me. And it means to be very sturdy or strong. Never heard of that one before. So, next saying. This once again, it's a saying that I've never heard before. Je weet nooit hoe een koe een haas vangt. And that means you never know how a cow catches a hare, like a bunny. This actually means that you never know how things will turn out. You can't predict the future. Strange things can happen. Remember, je weet nooit hoe een koe een haas opvangt. Okay, next saying, once again, a saying that I've never heard before. Van één vlieg, een olifant maken. And that means to make an elephant out of a fly. And what that actually means is don't make something out of nothing. Similar to the expression in English to make a mountain out of a molehill. So, van een vlieg een olifant maken. Okay, next saying, which is once again one that I have never heard before. Wie water op zijn hoofd heeft, moet uit de zon blijven. And this means he who has water on his head should stay away from the sun. But what this actually means is that you should not criticize others unless you yourself are perfect without any fault. Wow, these sayings, I thought that I knew some sayings, but literally the only one I knew was the one about the angel being on your tongue, because I have no idea about these sayings. Anyway, next saying. Weten waar Abraham den mosterd haalt. And this means to know where Abraham gets the mustard from. But what it actually means is to have great insight into something. Met de deur in a house vallen. And this means to fall with the door into the house. What this actually means though is to get straight to the point. So, met de deur in house vallen. Next expression. Once again something with butter. Met zijn nose in de boter vallen. This means to fall with your nose in the butter, which means to be at the right place at the right time. So, if it was love at first sight and it was a coincidence that he was there and you were there, then you can say met zijn nose in de boter vallen. If you have an ugly haircut and you look quite different, a Dutch person then will say to you, ben je van de trap gevallen? Did you fall out of the stairs? Pretty nice, Dutch people. Pretty nice to ask someone if they fall out of the stairs just because they have a weird, unique haircut. Next saying. Als de berg niet tot Mohammed wil komen, dan moet Mohammed naar de berg gaan. And this means, if the mountain will not come to Mohammed, Mohammed must go to the mountain. Which actually means is, if you cannot get what you want, you must adapt yourself to the circumstances or adopt a different approach. Oh, actually I like this one. Als de berg niet tot Mohammed wil komen, dan moet Mohammed naar de berg gaan. This one is also something that I've never heard. Als elk voor zijn neus vecht, zo worden alle straten schoon. Which means everyone should sweep before his own door. But actually means, if you can't even clean your own room, who the hell are you to give advice to the world? Oh my god, this one is so good, so useful. Als elk voor zijn huis vecht, zo worden alle straten schoon. Goed zo. Another Dutch saying that I know, which is very funny and makes no sense, is oh, op die fiets. And that means on this bicycle, which actually means oh, that way, oh, on this way, oh, that's what you mean. So when someone says, oh, op die fiets, no, they're not talking about your bicycle, they're talking about that you're right, because it's gonna be that way. And that was it. We have reached the end on this edition of Weird Dutch Sayings. So I thought that I had more idea of the sayings around me in the Netherlands, because as I said, I have a Dutch boyfriend, he has a Dutch family, and a lot of these sayings are said many times when I'm there and I can't follow, but I had no idea of like half of the things that were in the list I didn't know about, basically more than half. Sayings are so funny when you are not in your environment, you know, when it's not your own language, because then you realize that they really don't make any sense. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and to hit the button of subscribe because it would help me a lot. And if you're interested in anything about Mexico, the Netherlands, integration, expats, whatever, all those sort of topics, don't forget to subscribe because that's what I talk about. And as I always say, I wish you the best of vlogs today, tomorrow, and every day. Bye!